What's up, everybody? James Jackson here. So this is was supposed to be a live stream, but unfortunately, um, I don't know what's going on with the computer. For some reason, it's saying that, all right. Basically, I'm doing the live switching with the A10 Mini. Now, I have done this before and set it up, and it seems to work just fine. But for some reason now, if anybody else also has the A10 Mini, please let me know. But every time I try to start streaming to YouTube, it's now saying that the camera is being used in another application, so it's not connected. So the the webcam signal going into the computer is not it's not getting the signal to YouTube's live stream. So essentially, this is going to be a delayed webcast. I wanted to do chat, and I wanted to chat with you guys, and I do apologize for this, but we're going to just do this. Is just going to end up being a delayed cast. We'll get a message out after everything is all said and done. So do apologize, but definitely, after the video is posted, definitely leave your comments below. But I just still wanted to get get things going and get something out, because we got a lot to talk about today. There's a lot to discuss. So, but anyways, let's dive right into it and let's talk about Canon and the EOS R5. And I have to say this is basically what I anticipated uh, uh, with the R5. So it's out now. People have sort of seen it in the world, and they've no Canon had it at this wedding convention in Vegas, and basically everything that we know is basically from that development announcement, except something new actually has come up, uncovered by, of course, Canon rumors, and essentially, basically, what he's discovering is, if I can pull this up, is that it's small, it's slight, but it's still something to be discussed, and that is that the Canon EOS R5, he's been told that it's going to have one SD card slot and one CF Express slot. Now, I personally feel like I wish it was. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of wish it did have CF Express cards for both, especially since if you're looking at delivering 8K, that CF Express card is basically the card you want to go with. It's the card that you want to make sure you have, because it's a lot of data that you're trying to. It's a lot of data that basically you're trying to pull through over the course of 8K video. This you want to use CF Express cards because it's the media that's fast enough to handle that. And basically, this sort of gives me some ideas on what I should expect with the R5. What I should expect is that they're probably going to be a lot of there may be some 8-bit codecs with it, so they can make sure the SD cards can handle it. Now, obviously, they can come with the 10-bit 420 long GOP of HEVC, but if you worked with HEVC before, you probably know that it's a pain to deal with. I expressed my my critique of it with the S1H's implication uh, uh, implementation of it with the S1H and how it uses, especially with the 6K files that are in there. And it's going to be worse if they put the super compressed long GOP version. Now, I still am holding out hope, because there is a CF Express card that they are going to put all I in the R5, and if they put all I in there for 8K all I think that will be definitely something to make the Canon the camera definitely consider. It also makes me feel like it's not as a premium camera as I originally anticipated it to be. It's so I'm probably I don't think it's going to be around that $7,000-8,000 price tag, because if it really it would have done what like the 1DX did, um and essentially it would have been using two CF Express cards. If it was going to go with that high premium, with going with SD cards, it's basically giving it sort of going a little bit lower than what I anticipated. I still don't, for again 8K, and if the rumor is true about the 120 frames per second, which Canon still has not talked about yet, and or confirmed. But if that is true, if the 1DX, if the not the 1DX, if the Canon R5 does have 4K 120 frames per second, I just don't see it. I still don't see it going below 5,000. But I will say it's probably now in between that $5,000 $6,000 instead of the $6,000 to $7,000 price range that I originally had originally predicted. And it's also the interesting thing is now is that uh, relay recording is going to be much more difficult to deal with, because you got one card that is like extremely fast, almost three times as fast as SD cards, and then actually more than three times. Actually, I think it's more than three times as fast as even the faster SD cards. And then you got SD cards. It shows to me that trying to back up files, whether if you're either doing video or if you're doing photos, it's going to be much more challenging, especially to do, especially if you're trying to do 8K video. So again, we shall see, but hopefully that changes.